Libra, welcome to Carol's Universe, Tarot Readings, from Heart. So this is your What's Blocking You from Finding Real Love reading, okay? Basically, you've got two readings on the website, on the channel. It's the your July love reading for couples and singles, and also your general reading, so just a general overall overview for the month. And you've also got this bonus reading. Now, as from next month, I'm going to be dropping down to just doing one reading per sign probably, and just seeing what comes out from that, because it's a lot of work that goes into putting these videos up, and I think I'm just going to drop down to doing one reading per sign as from next month, and we'll see how that goes. So, yeah, let's have a look at what's happening. We're using Healing with the Angels as your advice. Sorry, this is the only deck I've got on me at the moment. I'm at family's house at the moment. I didn't expect to stay as long as I have done, but I have done, and this is the only decks that I've got with me. I'm using the Gilded Tarot by Ciro Marchetti, and the Clarifier deck is using the Miniature Handsome Roberts Tarot deck, okay? So, with that being said, let's move some of this to the side. And let's, first of all, shuffle the cards. Universe, Spirit, what's blocking, oopsie daisy, what's blocking Libra from finding real love? What's blocking Libra from finding real love? What's blocking Libra from finding real love? The reading is about what's blocking you from finding real love. So that's a bonus reading. Sorry, I didn't mention that. This month, Libra. And it's for all of you guys. I get a lot of people coming for readings and saying, why can't I find real love? What's going on? Why am I not meeting the right person? Blah, 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 blah. So I thought I'd do it as a general reading, you know, a bonus reading for this month. So what's blocking Librans from finding real love? Show me. Alright, we're going to split the deck into three. 1, 2, and 3. We'll collect that back up, Libra. Like so. And we need to turn it around this way so you get to see what was shuffled. So this is where your focus is right now. I can see little bits of my hair on the table. This is where your focus is right now. This is who you are. So this is your significator card. This is what's challenging you. I'm going to pull this up just a little bit here. This is what's challenging you, and this is the root cause of everything here. And this area here is the recent past. This is the most likely thing that's blocked. So this is the area that says, well, this is what's most likely blocking you from finding real love here. Sometimes you can find that in the challenge position as well, what's challenging you. That often offers up a lot of insight. This is how you're going to be feeling in the immediate future. This is how you've been feeling in the recent past. This is what you're experiencing or feeling in the immediate future. This area here is probably the most important one. I hope I can get the screen to kind of show that properly. Alright, so yeah, this is the most important part, what I consider to be the most important part, because this area here, this card here talks about how you view love at the moment. How are you approaching your love lives? How are you viewing your love lives? How are you viewing love in general? This card shows, you know, this is the eyes through which you see love, this card here. And this usually shows how things are manifesting right now for you here. This is how exes see you, an ex-lover sees you, or if you're still involved with someone and you're unhappy, maybe this is how they see you right now. This is what your hopes, fears or desires are, and this is the really important part as well. This area here says, well, this is what you need to do. This is how you're going to, this is the advice area, the last card, how you're going to, you know, alleviate or release those blockages, okay? So I always go here first, to this area, which I think is really important. And we have a look at how you're viewing love right now. So it's good. That's an excellent card to start off with, because you've got the Five of Wands reversed. And the Five of Wands reversed is really a card that speaks about letting go of tension. So it's good. It's an excellent card to start with, because the Five of Wands reversed means that you take yourself out of a situation. When you get this in the upright, really this is a fight you can't win. Because sometimes this Five of Wands is just in general, it's banter, it's debate, it's the Five of Wands sometimes. But sometimes the Five of Wands, because everybody's vying for polar position, this says, well, it's a fight you can't win, because everybody thinks that they are right with the Five of Wands. But in the reverse, it really says, well, let me just take myself out of that argument. Let me just take myself out of that situation, because I'm just going to remove myself. So this is all about removing yourself from tension, removing yourself from an argument you can't win. And I think that how you guys are approaching your love life right now is a good thing, because this 5 of Wands reverse says that you're letting go of any blockages, and it is a blockage card, because when it's in the upright it suggests frustration. If it's a client, if it's somebody, if this is a personal thing, which it is, because this is how you view and how you feel about love. If you were to be the 5 of Wands, you'd have a lot of anger, probably some of you guys would. A lot of blockages, a lot of anger, a lot of frustration. But in the reverse, some of you guys are no longer feeling frustrated. So how you're viewing love is that you're just really letting go with that 5 of Wands in the reverse. I'm probably working on healing yourself with that card now. The reason that everything is happening... No, let me go here. Now, as a result of that, what are you experiencing? Well, you're experiencing a separation. The 3 of Cups reverse represents separation and disagreements. So when you get when you get 3s reversed, they represent somebody who is taking themselves out of a partnership. So this is somebody who's removing themselves. So what you're experiencing right now is, as a result of letting go, you've removed yourself. What you're experiencing is a separation, and I think in a way it's good. So, you know, some of these readings, the Aries reading that I just did, showed a lot of blockages. I think they were probably the strongest reading that I've done of this ilk for the bonus readings. But your one's looking really good at the moment, because here you guys are approaching your love life through the odds of the 5 of Wands, i.e. I'm letting go. I'm not going to allow this to frustrate me, to upset me. I'm not going to argue anymore with this individual. I'm letting them go. I'm removing my... And both cards show somebody who's removing themselves from a group of people. So here, how you're approaching your love life at the moment is you're not really interested, I think, with this 5 of Wands in the reverse, in being in some form of a tussle or some form of a fight or some form of a disagreement. You're letting go of tension and letting go of kind of emotional, and I would say that letting go of rage as well, because the 5 of Wands can show rage. So I think that this is definitely a healing process that some of you guys are going through in terms of how you're viewing love at the moment. And as a result of that, I think that you guys have the power right now to let go, to remove yourself from a partnership, because the reason that everything is happening is that the 3 of Coins. So the reason that everything is happening is because of, again, it's another number 3, but the 3 of Coins, when it comes to love, it represents the need to improve relationships, okay, with that 3 of Coins. So some of you guys, it might be the reason that everything is happening is that you're looking to work towards improving a relationship with that 3 of Coins energy, because the 3 of Coins is all about improving relationships, building on relationships with the 3 of Coins in the upright. And in the recent past, what you've experienced is death, though. So I think that you've experienced some form of a transformation for some of you guys in terms of this energy showing here, because the reason that everything is happening is because of you working on a relationship. But as a result of that, you guys are letting go. You're removing yourself from a partnership, because what your challenge is the 6 of Coins. You're challenged by getting the balance right, because the 6 of Coins is all about, when you get that in a love reading, it is about give and take, but it's not just give and take, it's about getting your fair share, okay, within a relationship. So this is give and take, this is getting your fair share, and this is making sure that the balance of what is given and what is taken between 2 partnerships, 2 people, is fair, just and right. And that's what the challenge is. It's a challenge to get your fair share in this relationship. So whether it's your fair share of attention from the partner, whether it's money situation, because the 6 of Coins in terms of relationships also means that both partners are paying into a relationship. So one person might pay the bills, the other person might pay the mortgage. Do you see what I mean? One person might pay the school fees for the children, the other person does the food shopping. So it's making sure that there's fairness and there's balance in terms of, because it's a transaction, is the 6 of Coins. So whether this is a financial transaction or just a transaction, sort of an emotional transaction or a communicative transaction, your challenge is getting that transaction, that fair transaction within the relationship, which is why you guys are focusing on removing yourself from the partnership, because this is all about the root issue for why this is occurring is because of the 3 of Coins. So if the root issue is all about trying to build a relationship or working together, building for plans with the 3 of Coins, improving a relationship, and as a result of that, you guys are looking to remove yourself from a partnership, then what's influencing that is because your challenge position is saying that, you know, the challenge is getting your fair share in this relationship with that 6 of Coins. And you guys, how you're approaching love is the 5 of Wands. You're letting go of some form of tension. Now, you've experienced a massive transformation in the recent past. And right now, you Librans are showing as being well, it's good. You're showing as being the Queen of Pentacles. So I think that you're showing as being very resourceful with that Queen of Pentacles. I think that you're showing as being very, very practical. Some of you guys, with as a significator card, you might also be married with this Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles would usually show a married woman also within the tarot. So, you know, if you asked a question about an ex, does my ex have another person, and that card come up and it's not your sign maybe, then it might be that the ex is in a serious relationship with the Queen of Pentacles, for example. Because Queen of Pentacles and King of Pentacles, they're the traditional kings, they're the traditional people in the tarot. They want to get married, they want to have long-term relationships, they want to have children. Some of you guys might be mothers or fathers. You might be looking at, you know, looking after children with that Queen of Pentacles energy showing there. Some of you guys might be very focused on your work as well with the Queen of Pentacles energy showing there. So there's many things that we can read as a significator. One thing we can know for sure as well with the Queen of Pentacles is that you're very focused on the practicalities of the relationship. This isn't a lovey-dovey thing for you. This is, does this work on a very sort of grounded, practical, and also in a way material level with this Queen of Pentacles energy. The most likely thing though that's blocking you from having real love is you're still very attracted and you're still very bonded to this person with the Devil energy. So for all of your stuff, you Librans, for all of you guys who are, you know, in terms of how you're approaching love, removing yourself from an argument, removing the tension that goes on with relationships or the frustration when things aren't working out. You're just removing yourself from that, which is good. That's how you're approaching your love life. You're saying, actually, I'm not getting entangled in or embroiled in any type of confusion or problem here. And as a result of that, what's around you right now is separating yourself from a partnership, because this is about all the work that you're putting in. This is about working together as a partnership. But your challenge is, though you're trying to work together in a partnership with the Three of Coins to develop this relationship, to improve on it, you know, it's a case of, well, am I getting my fair share? The challenge is I'm not getting my fair share with the Six of Coins in the challenge position. The challenge can also be with the Six of Coins, I'm giving too much in this relationship. So for some of you guys, it could be a challenge is, well, I'm giving too much, which is why I want to remove myself from it, because how I'm approaching my love life at the moment is what I'm doing with this Five of Wands. I'm trying to release the tension that I've been feeling. Therefore, I need to remove myself from this partnership because I'm giving too much. It's an unequal balance in terms of what is given and what is taken. And you've experienced changes here because you as a Queen of Pentacles are looking at this situation from a very rational point of view, very practical point of view, very pragmatic point of view, very common sense point of view. Also, some of you guys have people that you need to take care of. It might be, well, you know, I've got to focus on the children. I can't be focusing on this person because I've got my kids with this Queen of Pentacles energy showing, or I've got to focus on my career here. I can't be focusing on this person because I'm giving too much and not enough to myself. But the problem is, what's blocking you from having real love is the Devil energy. And this person might actually be far more of a force to be reckoned with than you ever imagined, because the Devil, when that comes up as a blockage, or what's mostly blocking you being the Devil, it often means that you're tied, you're in bondage, you're enslaved. We're going to see what it is that you're enslaved to, but you definitely, I think, for some of you guys, have some form of a karmic tie with this individual, because the Devil is all about karmic ties, especially if you get it with a Six of Cups or a Two of Cups. This is also about being bound, okay, being enslaved to an individual. The Devil might be a Capricorn person that is your blockage. So this person, or it might just be the Devil is the person. This Devil is somebody who knows how to push your buttons. Coming in how you guys are going to feel or what you're going to experience is the Six of Wands in the reverse. So this is a lack of victory, a lack of success, but also for some of you guys, it's lack of recognition from the partner, from the person. Okay, so if you guys are focusing on yourself and you're saying, you know what, okay, I need to let go of this tension. I'm going to approach my love life right now through the eyes of the Five of Wands in the reverse. Okay, I no longer care about this situation. I don't give a shit. I'm letting go of it. I'm unblocking this situation externally and internally. Because my challenge is that I'm giving too much and I'm not receiving enough back. Because we've been trying to work as a team together, but I'm putting too much of the work in with the Six of Coins. Therefore, I need to separate myself with this Three of Cups, because I'm the Queen of Pentacles, the significator. I've got the kids to think about. I've got to put them first. I've got my home to think about. I've got to put that first. I've got my work to think about. I've got to put that first. But also I'm thinking about this relationship on a very pragmatic, very common sense level. And that is that I'm putting too much in. So therefore, in the recent past, you know what? I'm experiencing death, a major, major transformation. And that transformation is telling me that I've got to get out of this shit. But the immediate future says something different. Some of you guys don't move on. You don't leave. You don't extricate yourself from the situation, Libra, because this person's a little bit too toxic. This person's a little bit, knows how to push your buttons as the devil energy. This is somebody that you're very enslaved to at a very, very passionate level. For some of you guys, it will be purely sex, for example. Or it might be, you know, this person's good looking, or they're, you know, they've got a thing about them. They're very seductive. I can't give them up. You know what you've got to do here, but it's difficult to give them up. Now, how does this person think or feel about you? Well, they see you as being the Four of Wands. They see you as being a very stable bet. They see you probably as being the perfect partner with the Four of Wands energy. They might see you as somebody that they do want to develop, have a child with, for example, get married to with that Four of Wands. They see you as being very stable. They see you as being somebody who's very secure. They probably see you as somebody who's very house proud as well with that Four of Wands energy. They might see you as somebody who's very, if you've got kids together, they see you as somebody who's very good with the children with that Four of Wands energy. They see you, they think of you as the Four of Wands as somebody who they would like to perhaps develop something longer term with, perhaps work towards building some stability or security with. So they see you in a really favourable light, Libra. What are your hopes or desires? So, well, I think hopes, desires or fears. Well, the fears are the Hanging Man, and the Hanging Man is reversed. So the Hanging Man refers to somebody who can't see the wood for the tree. So this is somebody who won't change their mind, somebody who cannot surrender. And it might be that your fears are, well, why can't I just surrender to whatever it is that I believe to be the truth right here? I know that I need to end this thing in the recent past because I'm putting too much into this. And I know that I need to now look at this relationship as something that I need to release with the Five of Wands in the reverse. I'm not interested in arguing with this person because I'm putting too much in here into us building this relationship. I'm not getting enough out of this person or out of the situation, and I'm focusing right now on separating myself, taking myself out of this partnership because I know what's good for me, my kids, my home, my work. You know, I'm using my common sense, and therefore I know I need to leave this, but I can't, not really in the immediate future with the Six of Wands. All my attempts to do so have failed with the Six of Wands in the reverse. And my fears are, well, what if I can never surrender to what I need to? What if I can never make those changes with the Hanged Man reversed? And also, what if this person never changes with that Hanged Man reversed? How do you overcome this obstacle in terms of finding real love? Well, the King of Wands. Now, whenever I get a court card showing in the outcome, there's two ways that I can read this. I think as an energy, it's saying just go for it, because the King of Wands will always be just do it. The advice is just do it. Have the confidence and the self-belief just to continue with what, because you're doing great here. Recognising that you're giving too much and receiving little back. Recognising that how you need to approach love is by letting go. Five of Wands reverse. Because you're giving too much. You are very much a very strong, independent individual that you're showing as the Queen of Pentacles. Very nurturing, very kind. If you've got kids, you love your children. If you've got parents, you love your parents. You are a very giving individual as this Queen of Pentacles, but also you are very, very self-focused as the Queen of Pentacles, and you're very focused on your careers, you're very focused on your money, and you're also, with the Queen of Pentacles showing as your significator card, Librans, very, very focused on building a strong foundation. With that Pentacle, you say, what am I going to put this potential into? You know? Some of you people are business people, for example. Some of you run businesses with this Queen of Pentacles. You're very, very independent. You don't really rely on anyone. You don't have to. Some of you are married to this person with this Queen of Pentacles energy, or you've been in something long term. That's your significator card. But you know all of these things, and you know that you need to end it like yesterday with the Death in the reverse. Or you needed to bring in some very significant changes, but you don't do that. And the universe is saying, well, the overall outcome to how you remove these blockages, you just do it with the King of Wands. You pick up your confidence with the energy of the King of Wands, and you just do it. You just do it. You just do it. Because you don't really need to be taught anything in this reading, Libra, because you already know what's going down. So you don't need to be taught a damn thing. None of you do. If this resonates with you, it's not anything that you really need to learn. You just need to know that you have the ability and you have the confidence. And this is all, King of Wands is all about having the confidence and having the motivation and the ambition to do stuff. Okay? That's what it's about. The King of Wands. So when you look at the King of Wands as an advice card, it's saying, but you've got the ability. And you need to let that ability and that confidence motivate you to make those changes with the King of Wands energy. Also, Wands represent to have high intuition. So you need to let your intuition motivate you as well with this King of Wands to make those changes if it's an energy. If it's a person, then it will be a person that's going to help you to unblock this. Because any court card showing in the outcome shows that there might be a significant person around you. Or if this is the person, maybe we're going to ask why this is the key to unblocking this. It might tell you something that you need to do with this person, especially if you've got an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person around you. Let's get some clarifiers on this reading, Librans. So Universe Spirit, show me. Okay, so in two cards, please. Why are Librans viewing their love life through the eyes of the Five of Wands? In two cards, the first card to tell me why, the second card to explain the first, please clarify. Why are Librans viewing their love lives through the eyes of the Five of Wands at the moment in two cards? Right, so this is all about worry with the Nine of Swords. So the Nine of Swords has come out first, and it says that there's been worry here. Right, so I think that worry has been replaced. I think that you're worrying. You're worrying that somebody is detaching from you, because you've got a Queen of Swords here. So the Queen of Swords is all about somebody who is emotionally detaching themselves from another individual. It's a cancellation card. So Queen of Swords is somebody... there's two ways I can look at this. This is either worrying over somebody cutting you out or detaching themselves from you with the Queen of Swords energy. Worrying that this person around you has cut you out. This person might be a Libra, like you. But then you are the Queen of Swords here. So I have to actually read this as you. This is you. So the Queen of Swords, if she sits in front of a card, what I've found is she usually cancels out the card behind her. So this is like you guys no longer worrying with that Queen of Swords energy. And becoming the High Priestess. Fairly nonchalant, neutral, devil may care. Because I don't know whether you can see that or not. Can you see that after that, the High Priestess? So whenever I've seen the Queen of Swords in front of a card, like if I get a sword card, any sword card really, it's got to be an Ace of Swords though. Or maybe a King of Swords or a Queen of Swords. But they often cancel out the card before them. So this woman here is cancelling out. She's got her back turned to the Nine of Swords. And what she's doing is, if you can see, in front of her, she's got the High Priestess and she's welcoming that in now. So I feel that what's happening here is that you guys are looking at your love lives through the eyes of letting go. Five of Wands, letting go of tension, because the situation is you're no longer worrying about this situation. What you're inviting in is calm with the High Priestess. You're also, I think, mentally, because she's the card of the Queen of Swords, which is yourself, is about mental balance, because she's Libra, which is the zodiac sign of fairness, balance, justice, that type of thing. So I think that you've made a very rational decision, because Queen of Swords is also a decisive card within the tarot. I think that you've made a decision just to emotionally, I would say, with this High Priestess energy, detach yourself. Because in love readings, High Priestesses also show as people who are emotionally detached. In other words, they don't give a shit. Alright, they've got no feelings either way. She doesn't have feelings. She's all about the intuition. She's not about the feeling. It's like, what does my intuition tell me? I've been home many a time as well when I've had difficulties with people. I've just zoned out, zonked out. I've become the High Priestess. Okay, and also, it's an intuition card. So you've got the Eight of Cups after this. So you guys are no longer worried. You're not focusing on worries here. Can you see? You guys are approaching your love life through the eyes of the Five of Wands in the reverse. Letting go of tension. Because the situation is the Nine of Swords. And the Queen of Swords in front of it. Queen of Swords is you. So you say to yourself, Libra, actually, I'm no longer focusing on worrying anymore. Because I've made a decision. Remember, Libra, justice, decision making. I've made a decision as the Queen of Swords to use my intuition, to follow my intuition. And she's looking into, she's computing, she's looking into her intuition of the High Priestess. And my High Priestess energy says, my intuition says as a Libra, I need to walk away from this situation, the Eight of Cups. And as a result of that, the focus for some of your lives right now is the Three of Cups in the reverse. So what's this and this is separating yourself. Remember when you do tarot, you lay down the first card, what word are you attributing to that first card? It's important. Attribute a word to it. What do you think that's about? And then everything else should follow quite easily. So if you guys, if the focus now is on removing yourself from a partnership, what's the reason for that with in 2 to 3, 4 cards? Whatever, how many cards you want to give me, show me. Well, there you go. The Two of Swords. I think that you guys have blocked someone out with this Two of Swords energy. And you've got the Five of Swords. So I think that your focus is on removing yourself from a partnership. And this is all about, again, sword energy. So this is all about, with the Two of Swords, focusing on yourself. Or the focus can be on... Because Two of Swords is also about inner focus. So I think that this is all about... It's a mental thought. Some of you guys, it won't have happened yet. Some of you guys, you still have some douchebag around you, yeah? Because the swords are ideas. So the Two of Swords can be mental focus. So the mental focus will be that you need to cut this person out with the Five of Swords. Five of Swords can mean you're feeling hurt, but it can also mean I need to cut somebody out for my own benefit. So the mental focus for the Two of Swords, the thought, the ideas with the Two of Swords. And it's not even, you're not even in two minds, because the focus is on separating yourself from this situation with the Three of Cups. So your mental focus with that Two of Swords is all about cutting this person out. Five of Swords means to detach, it means to reject, and it means to cut out, as well as feeling hurt. But this isn't about you feeling hurt anymore. This is, I get the impression that for you Librans, you've got a really steely core. You've got a real steely core on this situation. I think you've got a real steely core on an individual here. You're just like, you know what, I've had enough. I get the impression between these two areas, you really have had enough. Now, the reason that everything is happening is because of the Three of Coins. And what is it about this Three of Coins? What is it about this Three of Coins in this clarifiers? Well, the Knight of Swords. So this is about, when you get the Knight of Swords, it could be a Gemini individual or it could be about pursuing a goal. But you've got the Hermit. So the root issue for, and I'm looking at now the Three of Coins as being a juggler, because it shows one person on the card and he's juggling 3 pentacles. So I think you've found out that you've got a player here. I don't think that this is developing a relationship. I think that you found out, when you get the Hermit facing towards any card, it shows somebody who's following someone or they've found something out. Okay? So I think that you have found out that somebody is a player, showing here. Okay? I think you've found out, I think you've discovered, oh God, can you see that? Sorry guys, I don't know whether you can see those cards or not because the camera is so low. Let me see if I can pick this up a little bit here so that you can see that card in there. Yeah, you can see that now. That's better. Oh, sorry, excuse me one moment. So, I'm going to see what that Knight of Swords is about actually, Libra. Let me have a look at this Knight of Swords. What's the Knight of Swords about? What's the Knight of Swords about? Why is the Knight of Swords here for? Show me. Oh yeah, the Seven of Wands. I'm seeing a lot of aggression in these cards. A lot. Seven of Wands shows somebody who's, you know, that Seven of Wands means many things. The Seven of Wands can mean that you are preventing something. Seven of Wands can show that you're rejecting something. But then the Seven of Wands can also show that you've got a lot of, you know, interest. Because the Six of Wands here show people who are saying to the Seven of what the guy with the Seven of Wands saying, we're really interested. And he's trying to say, he's saying, keep out. Keep out. It's almost like you've discovered something about this individual. It's almost like you've discovered that this person's really restless here. I would read this Three of Coins as the juggler. He's juggling, it looks like, can you see, it looks like he's juggling oranges. If you look at the Three of Coins guy, look how he looks like he's juggling oranges. He's not just holding up the one thing, he's juggling many things. I think you've discovered that this person's a player. And your challenge is, I think, that you have given so much to this relationship. But what is the... You've given too much almost. But what's the Six of Coins about? What's the Six of Coins about? Well, it's about you being unhappy with the Four of Cups energy. There you go, it comes again. See? Six of Coins came out again. You're unhappy. You're unhappy that you're giving so much in this relationship with the Six of Coins energy showing up here. And it's almost like with the strength energy, needing to care for this person, needing to be the strong one, always needing to take... I'm seeing this lion as being the person that you're with. I think it's this King of Wands there. It's probably a Leo that you're dealing with, but bringing a great deal of resentment with the Queen of Cups in the reverse. So I'm seeing some of you guys resenting someone here that you've had to look out for, that you're looking after, that you feel that you're the caretaker, because the Strength card can also show somebody who's a caretaker for another individual. And I think it has brought a great deal of resentment with that Queen of Cups energy showing there in the reverse. Now, in the recent past you've experienced death, and what's this death about? What's the Death card about showing me? Well, this is about a new beginning with the Fool energy. And for some of you guys, it's a chance, I think it's a new beginning with this Fool, but it's a new beginning to experience growth with the Empress energy. Perhaps to experience new love with the Empress energy showing here. I think with the Fool energy, it's a new chance, it's a new life, it's a new road, it's a new direction. With this Empress energy, and it's the Fool, I think, for some of you guys it might be pregnancy as well. Fools and Empresses can show pregnancy too, because this is about a child, new life, and the pregnancy is about a pregnancy, so there could be something to do with pregnancy here. The Death card being a big transformation, a massive change that's occurred for some of you guys showing here as well. Potentially, but for some of you guys this is a new direction, and that new direction is all about the Empress. It's all about valuing yourself and starting to work on things creatively that interest you, starting to develop and work on who you are. I think with this Empress energy showing here, some of you guys might want to abandon as well. The Fool's got its back turned to the Empress, because sometimes when you get the Fool turning its back on a card, it's saying I'm not interested in that anymore. Some of you guys are no longer committed maybe to a marriage with this Empress energy. Some of you guys are no longer committed to being a nurturer. You're showing us being nurturing here though, Libra. You're showing us somebody who's really put yourself out for an individual and it wasn't returned. This person didn't respond to it. It looks like this person had been playing you. As a significator card, you show us the Queen of Pentacles. Why are Librans showing us being the Queen of Pentacles? Why are Librans showing us being the Queen of Pentacles? Show me. I think that you know, as a significator card, I think that you are showing as a Queen of Pentacles. I think that you are showing as somebody who's responsible for a lot of stuff. It says you've got a lot of responsibilities with that Ten of Wands showing there. And I think you've got a lot of responsibilities, and I think that because you've got a lot of responsibilities, I think you're very cautious about putting your life on hold for an individual here with the Hanged Man energy. So I think that you've got a lot of responsibilities. You're showing us the Queen of Pentacles, you're showing us somebody who's got a lot of things to do. You know, you're responsible for work, children perhaps, the household. You're having to juggle a lot of the Queen of Pentacles, and I think that it's saying that your responsibilities have made you cautious about putting things on hold for this particular person. The person who I think that you have found out is a bit of a player here. They seem to have a lot of interest in them with that Seven of Wands energy. They seem to have a lot of interest, I think. And your challenge is you're giving too much here. You're giving too much to a person. And it's about you being unhappy about giving too much, or giving, you know, giving to this individual with the Six of Coins energy. So much so that, you know, it's almost like having to be the caretaker for this individual has made you very, very resentful of who they are. With the Queen of Cups energy showing there reversed. The most likely outcome though for what's blocking you from having real love is the Devil. And what's the Devil about? What's the Devil about? Well, I think that you are enslaved to your ideals with the Page of Cups energy. See, the Page of Cups and the Six of Wands shows are here. So the Page of Cups energy is all about having a fantasy and an ideal about love bringing victory. So your ideal might be with the Six of Rods that this person is the one. So it might be that you're still enslaved, but what you're enslaved by is your feelings with this Page of Cups energy, your fantasy, your dreams. Page of Cups is all about dreaming. So you're enslaved by your dreams, and your dreams are saying with the Six of Rods that you're going to be successful, you're going to be victorious in this situation, that this person is definitely the one for you, really. Even though you know all of this stuff, Libra, you are still kind of caught in an ideal fantasy that you guys are going to overcome the odds here. And this is what I think with the Devil energy, but your blockages is you're enslaved by the idea that this fantasy of love with the Page of Cups is going to end up being, you know, leading to a victory. It's going to lead to a home run with this Six of Rods energy showing here. coming in, you're going to experience the Six of Wands reversed. What's the Six of Wands reversed about? What's the Six of Wands reversed about? Well, this is all about success and victory again. The Chariot, moving forward, overcoming obstacles with that Chariot energy. With the King of Swords. So this is the person here, Libra. Okay, so also your lack of victory will be about this King of Swords thinking about, with the Chariot energy, thinking about overcoming obstacles with you, working together to try and, try and maneuver your way through the obstacles, because the Chariot represents challenges that we need to try and master, because this is the card of mastering our obstacles. So King of Swords thinking about mastering the obstacles in the relationship. So I think the Six of Wands in the reverse in the immediate future is saying that this isn't going to happen. You know, you're not going to get what you want. You're not going to get this person who's going to want to overcome the obstacles with you. I'm seeing a lot of uneven and an imbalanced relationship here. I'm seeing an imbalanced relationship here between the both of you. I'm seeing a lot of imbalance in this relationship. This person thinks of you as the Four of Wands and feels for you the Four of Wands. So what's this Four of Wands about? He said that this person feels and thinks for Libra is the Four of Wands. What's that about in 2 cards? Well, the Knight of Cups. So they think of you as the Four of Wands because it's all about the Knight of Cups. I think it's all about what you have to offer. You offer love. You offer union. You offer kindness. You offer support. You offer the lovers. You give in this relationship. The Knight of Cups is all about giving, and this is about a relationship. So this person sees you as somebody who actually gives in the relationship, but it doesn't stop them from taking the piss, does it? Which is a shame. They know that you're a good person, Libra. They know that you're a good person, and they see you as somebody who does give to this relationship. You are giving the cup of love to the lovers. They see you as giving to this relationship. And that's why they see you as the Four of Wands. They see you as kind, supporting, loving, very much a homebody, wants to settle down, wants to have kids if you haven't got any kids, wants to get married if you're not married, wants to build a life together with that Four of Wands energy, because they see that you give to this relationship. And you really do give with your heart, Libra, to this relationship, or you have given to this relationship. But your fears are the Hanged Man in the reverse. And what's the Hanged Man in the reverse about? What's this Hanged Man reversed about? Well, the Five of Wands shows now in the upright, so it's about arguments, conflict with the Five of Wands and with the Devil. So this is about arguments, conflict with a very controlling individual. The controlling individual is that Devil, and the Devil is showing here as what your blockage is. So this is the person here. But it could also be arguments, conflicts over a devil that's truly keeping you guys apart, because this devil is external to the two people, and I think that you're the two people on this card. I think that your fears are, well, shit, what if nothing changes with the Hanged Man? Because the situation is we're having a lot of arguments. There's a lot of conflicts in this relationship about an external situation that are truly driving a wedge between. There's something that's driving a wedge between the both of you, and it's that Devil energy. What is driving a wedge between Libra and this person? What's driving a wedge? What is this Devil? Who is this Devil? That tried to come out before, the Three of Swords. I don't know whether there's a third party involved in this. But what's driving a wedge between you? If it's not a third-party situation, then it's other people, I think, with this Three of Swords. Could be family members for some of you guys as well, but I don't think it's that. This could be a Gemini person. Three of Swords, I think... Is it a Libra or a Gemini card? No, actually, I think it's a Libra card. It doesn't really matter anyway, but it's the Three of Swords that's driving a wedge between you. It's the arguments, it's the disappointments. It's the heartbreak. It's words. Words can affect us emotionally with the Three of Swords as well. It's also separation with the Three of Swords. Because Three of Swords is a separation card. So maybe you guys spend a lot of time apart as well. Or it's the lies. Three of Swords is also a card about somebody who tells lies. So it could be lies are driving a wedge between the both of you. Separation drives a wedge. A third party could be driving a wedge. Especially as I think that you found that this person's actually on a quest. They're actually a liar. And it might be if this person is actually on a quest, what are they on a quest for? To push you out, maybe, with that Seven of Wands. But I think it's that you've discovered this person's a bit of a player here. Because I'm seeing them as a juggler with the Three of Coins. And they're showing as a player because they've got a lot of interest towards them with that Seven of Rods. A lot of interest with this individual. How are you going to overcome these blockages, though? How will Libra overcome the blockage to finding real love? Why have you given us the King of Wands as how Libra will overcome the blockage in terms of finding real love? Well, the Ace of Wands shows grounded ideas will bring justice. And that's you there. It's going to help you to make the decision. You are justice. You're Libra. Your card is justice. I think that here, your fears are, well, what if nothing changed? Hangman reverse. Because all these arguments are driving a wedge between us. That devil is the wedge. And the wedge between you is the Three of Swords. Lies. Deceit is the Three of Swords. Nasty words. Bad communication, separation, all of those things. That's driving a wedge between your relationship. If you look at the devil here, he's between two people. He's driving a wedge between two people truly being together. And therefore the overall outcome for how you start to remove this blockage, well, it's the King of Wands. Could be a person. Maybe communicating with this person will bring you balance as justice. So it could be a person that's going to help you overcome this blockage, because we do have the actual person that you're having problems with here. Possibly a fellow air sign. Or it could simply be as an energy, you need to take the bull by the horns, you need to step into your confidence with that King of Wands energy. Because this is all about your grounded beliefs, bringing you balance. The Eight of Wands is all about beliefs and ideas, but they're grounding themselves. So they're starting to ground themselves, you know, they're starting to take form, Eight of Wands. So this is all about your ideas starting to take form, bringing balance with that justice energy. It's a really good reading. We're going to go through this reading again, Libra. This is how you, what is blocking you from having real love for your June bonus reading. So, we've got you guys as being the Five of, how you're approaching your love lives at the moment is as the Five of Wands reversed here. And that Five of Wands reversed is about letting go of tension. So when you do the Five of Wands reversed, you're no longer feeling angry and frustrated. And that's how you choose to approach your love life. You say, actually, I'm no longer to give in to this anger and frustration. It's just taking too much energy out of me. So I think that for some of you guys, you've decided here with the Five of Wands reversed, and you said, you know what, actually, I'm not willing to allow this to rule my life anymore, because this worry, this fear, this sadness, these tears that I have cried with the Nine of Swords energy, forget it with the Queen of Swords. I've made a decision to tap into my intuition with that High Priestess and remove myself from this relationship, because it's not serving me anymore. Because the root issue is all about a juggler, the Three of Coins. I'm seeing this man or this woman as being somebody who's juggling many different things with the Three of Coins. It might be that this person works too much, but I don't think it's that. I think that this person juggles with the Three of Coins. And I think that this is about you finding out that this person with the Knight of Swords is quite restless with this Knight of Swords energy showing here. You're finding out that he or she's either a player, or this person's very restless They're not 100% settled in the relationship with this Knight of Swords. But I think it's more to do with that this person, this Knight of Swords, is all about the Seven of Wands. So the Seven of Wands can be somebody who's got a lot of attention on them. So if they're a player, they've got more than one person that's interested, vying for their attention. But it also might be that you found out this person's quite restless here. You've looked into it, you found out the discovery is the Hermit card. So you've discovered the Knight of Swords and you found that this person they're either chasing. Chasing could be other people, or they're quite restless as this Knight of Swords. And what they might be restless about is that they've got a lot of things on their shoulders with the Seven of Wands. They're dealing with a lot of stuff. So I get the impression that for some of you guys, if it's not another person or anything, then this person's just got too many things to do. And therefore they're not 100% focused on you. And you're kind of like, you were worried about it, but then your intellect has kicked in with that Queen of Swords. And you said, hold up, let me just look into my intuition. My intuition tells me I need to distance myself from this situation. Now, in the recent past, you guys have experienced death. And I think that this is an ending for some of you guys in the recent past. You've experienced a transformation, and that transformation is, you know what, actually I'm going to do other things with this Fool card, rather than for some of you guys just being a mother, the Empress, a mother to this person, a mother to their children perhaps with the Empress energy. So I'm not going to focus with the Fool card anymore on being just a mom. I'm going to look at other things. Some of you guys, it might be pregnancy as well. But I think that in the main, some of you guys are no longer focusing on nurturing this relationship, because the Empress energy is all about nurturing things, and the Fool has got its back turned to that Empress. So I think that you guys in the recent past have felt like a huge transformation in your life, and you said, I'm no longer going to focus on nurturing this relationship anymore. Who you're showing as at the moment, Libra, is the Queen of Pentacles. Somebody who's very, you know, if you've got children, you're very loving, very nurturing to those children. Some of you guys probably married with the Queen of Pentacles energy. Some of you guys very focused on your careers. But I think that you're showing us the Queen of Pentacles in the main because you have a lot of responsibilities, okay? And you've got a lot of things that you need to achieve with that Ten of Wands energy. And I think that therefore, because you've got a lot of things that you're coping with, Libra, it's made you very cautious about kind of just waiting around for this individual with that Hanged Man energy. Your challenge with this person is that you give too much. Six of Coins. It's not an equal or a fair transaction between the both of you. And I think that this is all about you becoming very unhappy with that Six of Coins, at what you've been receiving with this very unhappy with the Four of Cups, with what you've been receiving in this relationship with the Six of Pentacles. Because you feel that, I think with the Strength card, that you have done so much for this individual. You've cared for them, you've loved them, you've helped them through difficulties. And what has it brought you with the Queen of Cups reversed? Nothing. It's brought you absolutely nothing. And you really resent that. And that's why the focus right now for you guys is on detaching yourself from this partnership. Because this is all about your mental focus saying to you, I need to really cut this person out. I need to put myself first. Five of Swords is also about putting yourself first. So your mental focus with the Two of Swords is saying, well, actually, I really need to put myself first in this situation. But the problem is, what's really blocking you from having real love with this person or with anyone else is that you are still enslaved, and you are enslaved by the fantasy of that Page of Cups, that you guys are going to get past this, that you're going to have victory, that this person is still, you know, is actually the one. Because despite all of this stuff, and it's despite all your sense of bravado, Libra, you know, you've still got that thing where you say, well, yeah, I know that I want to walk away from this person. I want to detach myself. I want to focus on myself more. I don't want to be just the mommy with the Empress energy, or don't want to focus on nurturing this person or looking after them or nurturing this relationship anymore. You know, I'm a very independent woman or man. Queen of Pentacles energy showing us your significator card. You know, if I've got children, I run the kids, the house, the car. I've got a lot of pressure here, and I'm very cautious of waiting for this person because I've got a lot of things that I need to be doing here, and I'm in my challenge position. I'm giving too much, and you know, it's all about, I'm unhappy about what I've been receiving with the Six of Coins, because all of this love that I've given to this individual, well, you know, I feel that it's not being given back with the Queen of Coins in the reverse, Queen of Cups in the reverse. So therefore, you know, I need to focus on Three of Cups, detaching myself removing myself from this partnership, because this is all about me focusing on myself. And what I'm focusing on with myself, remember the Two of Swords is also self-focus. The self-focus of the Two of Swords is telling you with the Five of Swords, I need to put myself first, because Five of Swords is also a card that represents putting oneself first. But what's blocking you from having real love is that you have a certain idealisation of this person. A certain idealism, of this individual and the situation. You've got a fantasy. And with the Six of Rods, you want to fulfill that fantasy. And that's what's stopping you or blocking you from having real love. Because even though you can see the signs of what's going on with this individual, and you know mentally what you've got to do, emotionally, you're giving more into your emotions than you are into your mental. Because you're being very mental in a lot of areas here. You're being very logical and very practical and very intelligent. But your heart tells you something different. So that's what's blocking you. It's what you feel rather than what you think that's blocking you. Because you still have that thought, well, no, we're going to get past this and it's going to be fine. Coming in, it says that you're not going to get what you want. You're not going to have that victory that you're looking for with the Six of Wands reversed. Because it's all about this King of Swords. The person that's probably around some of you guys, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, male, possibly, doesn't have to be, but it's all about somebody thinking about trying to overcome the challenges. But it's saying this person's not going to do that because you're not going to get the victory here. So the victory is, the non-victory is that this person will not think about trying to overcome these challenges. But yet this person sees and thinks of you as being the Four of Wands. Stable, loving, secure, good homemaker if you've got kids together, somebody who wants marriage, somebody who wants to perhaps be engaged if you're not engaged, maybe somebody who wants to have children if you haven't got children, all the rest of it with that Four of Rods and Wands energy. Because they see you as somebody who gives your heart, really gives everything that you've got emotionally towards this relationship. Your fears will be, Libra, well, shit, what if nothing changes? The Hanged Man? What if this person continues to stick to their guns and doesn't see things from my perspective, Hanged Man reversed? Because the arguments with the Five of Rods have drawn a massive wedge through the relationship, through us as a couple, with that Devil energy. And that wedge is all about the Three of Swords. Nasty words, perhaps. Lies. Deceit. Third party, perhaps. Words that affect us emotionally. All of this, a lot of it will be words, because swords represent words and ideas that affect us, and especially with the heart, it's affecting us emotionally. Some of you guys, separation. But there's a massive wedge that's been drawn, you know, that's gone through this relationship. And therefore the overall outcome for how you will overcome this obstacle is, this is either going to be through a person, King of Wands. Maybe this is about you communicating, or communicating with somebody new, bringing you balance. Or this, I feel, could be the energy of the King of Wands, which is if you step into your confidence, step into your self-belief as that King of Wands, you can overcome this blockage. But that's going to be about the Eight of Wands, making some radical changes in order to bring you a sense of balance, in order to help you to find that balance as the Justice energy. Because the Eight of Wands is all about radical changes. For some of you guys, it's all about these ideas that you have formulated here, where you need to make sure that you're grounding those ideas. In other words, you're starting to act on what you say and what you think and what you've started with the Eight of Wands, because it is going to bring you to a place of balance, because this is where your true blockage is. What's stopping you from finding real love is that you are still very, very enslaved with the Devil to the fantasy of the Page of Cups. And that fantasy is that this person is the one, that you're going to have victory. In the end, you're going to overcome whatever. But this person's clearly not paying any attention to it here. Whilst they still see that you're a wonderful human being, Libra, they're not doing anything about it here. Therefore, I think the overall advice is, more than likely, be the King of Wands. Be assertive. Be upfront. Be honest. Speak your mind. Do what you say you're going to do as the King of Wands energy. You have many ideas here with the Eight of Rods energy, but you need to make a decision with the Justice energy on all of these many ideas, because the many ideas with the Eight of Wands is also that some of you guys are saying, okay, I've made a decision, I'm going to use my intuition and walk away. And yet, and you're showing it here that you want to release, and here that you want to release, you know, and here. So in 3 big areas, you're showing that you want release, but yet the big old devil card, the enslavement card, being enslaved to that idea, that beautiful idea that you guys are going to achieve victory in the end. That's what's holding you back. So it's saying make a decision. Justice, this is you. You are responsible with the Justice energy for making that decision, and that decision over all of these ideas that have come into fruition for you. All these ideas that you've thrown up in the air, you need to make a decision which way you're going to go with the Justice energy if you want to find peace. You know exactly where you are and exactly where you want to go, but you're just not doing it, Libra. You're just not doing it. You're just not doing it. Just not doing it. And I think also, I just pulled out a couple of cards as well, more, just looking at Justice. I just shuffled and pulled out. You've got this King of Wands again here, looking into the Three of Cups. So I think that the key is this person. He's probably showing us King of Wands stroke King of Swords. And King of Wands, Wands and Swords can be very interrelatable in the tarot. So I think for you guys, it's all about, you know, all of these ideas you have with the Eight of Rods. You need to make a decision whether you can have a friendship, I think, with this King of Rods. Whether you can have a partnership with this person. Because you need to make a decision whether you can have this friendship with that Three of Cups, with this person, with this King of Rods. Because you've got so many ideas. A lot of confusion with that Eight of Rods. A lot of ideas all over the place. So you really need to ground these ideas. Sit down, think about each one of these ideas that you have. Do you walk away here and here? Do you focus on yourself and walk away in these areas here? Or do you stay with the fantasy here? Because this person is probably going to let you down here. So all these ideas that you have with the Eight of Rods, Libra, you are Justice. This is your major card. So you are the only person that can make this decision as to whether you can have a complete relationship, a complete partnership with the Three of Coins with this King of Rods. This is either an air sign or a fire sign person. But you are the one that is in control of making that decision, nobody else. Because this King of Rods will carry on doing what they're doing. They'll just carry on doing it because they know what you're about. This person knows that you'll carry on giving to this relationship while they carry on giving nothing. So what are you going to do about it? While you carry on giving to the relationship, this person will carry on giving nothing. Because they know that they've got you where they want you. This person feels that they're the ones that are in control. But the universe is saying you are in control of making that decision. You have many ideas here. And as the Justice card, many ideas with the Eight of Rods. As the Justice card, Libra is in control of making that decision. Over whether he or she can have a friendship, a partnership with this King of Rods. It's up to you. But you are blocking yourself. You've got too many ideas going on here. And you have to choose one. And the universe is saying go with what your intuition, this is your intuition here at first. This is really the important part. Go with what your intuition is telling you. Focus on you putting yourself first. Stop being so nurturing. Focus on doing your own thing with the full energy and turn your back on being nurturing towards this person looking because it's making you depressed. Queen of Cups in the reverse is also depression. So the Strength card being somebody who's looking after another individual could be making you feeling very distressed. Universe Spirit, what is the advice you have for Libra on this reading? What is the advice you have for Libra on this reading? Show me. It's telling you that you can have freedom. It's telling you that you can have freedom, Libra. It's telling you to think about your freedom. Alright? It's saying freedom will bring healing and probably give your soulmate time to mature. Oh, that's nature, isn't it? Is that nature or mature? I think it's nature. Is that nature or mature? Let me just have a look. I can't quite get whether that's nature. I don't know if I've got a card called mature in here actually. I think, let's leave that word out. I think freedom is going to bring healing with your soulmate. So this is not completely out of the park with this individual, but you need to kind of focus on yourself, because I think it's going to probably in the long run heal this relationship. Okay? I think in the long run it's going to heal the relationship, but I think, oh yeah, we do. Hang on. No, it's in nature. Why did I spell it like an M? We'll leave that card out. That doesn't make any sense to me. I think freedom will bring healing to your soulmate. So I think if you take some time out of this situation and focus on yourself, it really is going to bring healing to the relationship at some point. But I think that what's blocking you from having real love with this person knows that you care. They really do. But this is why they do what they do. Because they know that you are the one that's giving everything, so they can give less. So perhaps if you just take a bit of time out for yourself with freedom, it's going to bring healing to this soulmate relationship. I do think it is a soulmate relationship. You can have all sorts of soulmate relationships, but you really do need to be focusing on yourself for a change. Alright, that's your reading, Libra. I would like to say thanks ever so much for joining me on Carol's Universe, and have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.